folks, we're in the car now on our way to Comic-Con. We've got a Pikachu and a princess back there and a tired Claire. Hello.
And I caught a Charmander for Daddy.
Yeah, since being in costume, Oliver's gone fully method and he is now a Pikachu. He won't respond to anything but Pikachu. My glasses are steaming up already, it's the vlog. Emily is a princess. Her shoes were very uncomfortable, so she's wearing trainers, so bless her, which is quite funny. I don't think you can see them there, but we'll get out of the car and we'll do a proper show once we're there. It's about a 45-minute drive if there's no traffic, so fingers crossed there won't be. Well, that ended up being a really easy drive. We had no traffic. We got home in about 40 minutes. We had I think the only part of the drive that was noteworthy was every 2 seconds Ollie telling me he'd seen London for the first time. There's London, there's London, there's London. We were in London pretty much all of that time, but didn't have the heart to tell him. What you got to say?
And Daddy had 2 Master Balls and 100 Pokeballs.
Oh yeah, because he wants me to catch him and every other Pokemon we see.
And 5 Marsh and Great Balls and 5 Great Balls.
All the balls.
2 are what's the blue?
Should we get out and show everyone your costumes?
What's the blue?
Yeah? Let's get out.
What's the blue ball?
There we go, that is a beautiful dress, Emily, and an awesome Pikachu costume that this year we're not going to cover in black stuff by jumping around on the floor, are we, Ollie?
No, I didn't jump on the floor.
But that's a very pretty dress. Are you a specific character or are you just coming as a princess? Princess, oh bless you.
My hands are really floppy.
Your hands are really floppy?
Yeah.
That is quite long. We did go for a bit of a big size. I've just gone as a tired man with a bad back and Claire's kind of just gone as mum. Well, I've already been separated from the herd because my ticket's a weekend ticket through the podcast. So I've brought this little man with me. We're sneaking in the queue. Well, Claire and Emily have to queue up and all of that. We're skipping it all, which makes you feel a little bit guilty, but we've still got to wait on the other end. It's not really any different. They were shouting like weekends on the right, normals on the left, and I was like, we're both. One guy said we had to separate, one guy said we didn't, but we thought we'd err on the side of caution and join the, well, I thought I'd just jump straight through with him rather than, you know, letting him wait in the queue and get fed up. Hopefully it'll be all right. I don't normally go through this entrance, so I went through it with Ollie thinking they'd just give us both passes, but I've been given my press pass, and I had to kind of say, well, I've got him with me and he needs a pass. So you're now a priority ticket, aren't you? Put your hand up. You've got a nice cool black pass. That means he's here. He goes, does this mean I work here now? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Claire and that are in this enormous queue, which I thought was moving as quickly as we were when we went through. They were waving at us from a certain point, but this is the jam they're dealing with at the moment. And yeah, I guess we're going to be waiting here for at least another 5-10 minutes for them, which isn't the end of the world. We were expecting that. I said to them at the desk that I didn't really want him going in the queue because it would just overwhelm him a bit. But it'll be all right once we're in there because there's lots to distract him. But the thought of him standing in that massive crush of people he'd just get really uncomfortable. So I'm glad he got to skip it. He's well chuffed with his priority pass. I was trying to explain to him, I was over talking it. I was saying, oh, my wife's in that queue, but they're like, we don't care. Just take the pass, just get out of our hair. So that's all good, which is lovely. They weren't that flippant, they were really kind, but I knew that's what they kind of meant. Right, I'm gonna go find the girls now and then we're gonna go and have some fun. Well, that was really quick. I'm shocked. They actually got through in like 10 minutes, if that. Ollie just sat there counting Pikachus. We're all happy. And now we're in the massive crowd of people trying to flow in through. Well, we can't even see the doors. It's weird. It used to be covered with Comic-Con stuff, but now I can't see where anything is. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. It's usually around N7, the Mass Effect Hall. Hopefully it'll be the same this year. I was close on guessing N7, it's actually N6, so it's not the Mass Effect room. Mass Effect room is the empty room where you sit around doing nothing. But it is basically like Comic-Con is every time. I'll do a bit of filming while we walk around. Hopefully we'll buy some cool stuff and then I'll just cut to us talking about what we've got. Somebody's outraged that we're looking at girl stuff. You want to go over there, do you? Let's have a look then. Tell us you have a Pikachu.
Pikachu!
What are you looking at
Do
then?
they have any Vulpixes? They don't have any Vulpixes. They're dead.
Funny struggle I always have taking him to these things is he goes to one stand, sees one thing that he can get with his money, then wants to spend it all on that one thing, the first thing he's seen. And part of me thinks, yeah, let him. Part of me thinks, no, he'll want everything for the rest of the day. So I never know what to do, because I know we'll probably come back here in about 4 hours and he'll buy the exact thing he looked at before. But I feel better knowing that he'll have wandered the whole show before he decided that. It's funny, because that's it now. That'll be the thing he wants. Who's that, Ollie?
The only person who lives.
Who is it?
Yoshi!
Who?
Yoshi!
Kirby, you mean?
Kirby, yeah.
First time I've had someone say to me, are you filming for YouTube? And I've gone, yeah. And they've gone, what's your channel name? And I just went, it's just a daily vlog, mate. It's like, it's called Sheepdog Says, and it's just me talking. And he went, all right. And I thought, yeah, I've really sold that. That's one new subscriber there. If that person is watching now and they've sought me out, comment, because I know you haven't, because I completely undersold myself. I'm an idiot. See the video about confidence back, ladies and gentlemen. That's my problem, basically. Ollie keeps telling us he's seen a Nintendo man, so we're going to follow him and see what he's talking about.
On your shoulder you have less force, like then if you don't
Yeah, that is very cool.
Just saying.
Well, that was a bizarre picture. I always feel awkward in this bit because the people that you're in here with are the people that actually made the stuff. So like all these stalls are people just like me who've just made something and they want to flog it. They've actually got the balls to talk about it and show people it rather than just panic when they're asked what they do. It felt a bit awkward telling them their picture was really cool and then just walking away without buying something. But I mean, Ollie didn't want it, and it did look cool. You saw it. It's just a funny picture of a man with a switch for a head, which I wish I had that kind of imagination to draw that. And that's Oliver just stopped to stroke that guy there, not knowing it was someone in costume, and then jumped a mile. I wish I'd filmed it. You can't shoot R2D2.
You want to see R2 working?
You want to see him working?
Yeah.
Do you want to see him working? Alright, don't shoot him though.
Put it down.
Around the front. Excuse me, gonna have to stand back. Got another one there. Got a little saw there. Right. What does R2 produce? Oliver.
Oliver, look.
Look at that on the wall, Ollie.
I have placed information vital to the surviving program into the memory systems assigned to you. My father will have retrieved. You must see this story safely delivered to you.
Just like the real R2D2, only a little bit smaller. He was the same size, but I left him on the range. She's recharging it. Oh, it's a cuddle.
Be careful. It's running away.
Why is he going in?
It's fun, huh?
That's Pikachu for president. zombie.
Come here.
Ugh, zombie leaf. Very cool.
One baby. It has a brain sticking out of it.
You also have How you enjoyed con so far?
Yeah, it's been really good so far, thanks.
Are we going against the time?
Well, I'm surprised the first person to buy something is actually Claire. Normally she's wandering around not really sure what to get, but she's spotted a print she likes. I'm hoping it's still there because we ran ahead and she had to come chasing after just to get it. What'd you get? Very nice.
Put it in our toilet when I painted
Put it in that. Alright, cool. I don't think Claire knew I was filming her when she said that, but apparently that's going in our bathroom when she's finished painting it. I hope the lady didn't hear her say that the artwork she's made is going in our bathroom, but I suppose that's better than going nowhere. And it will look really good. I'll film the bathroom when it's finished being painted, I guess. Been here just over an hour now, and Ollie's starting to get a bit tired, so we're trying to perk him up with sweets and find somewhere to sit. But all the seats are taken, so he's just on the floor at the moment, bless him, just leaning on his hands. We found the other side is full of all the different kind of geek stuff, like the Rick and Morty house and the TARDIS, and there's just loads and loads of geeky things in here. So we're going to wander around that one in a minute once he's feeling a bit better. He's starting to just get a little bit fighty, tapping Emily on the shoulder and annoying her and stuff. So I think he's probably just needs a rest, and then we'll be ready to go back out in a bit. Trying to find a chair at lunchtime in this place is turning into a bit of a disaster. I'm going to go find out whether they've got like a sensory room or something like that. They had one at EGX last week, so I'm thinking it's not at all ask for them to have one here this week. I'll try and find out on a map where that is, and hopefully we can go chill out in there for a bit and make sure that he's all right, bless him. I went and spoke to the information desk and they said there's a welfare room that we could take him to, so I'm going to go get them now, and then we're going to walk over to that, and hopefully he can just chill out in there for 10 minutes and feel a lot better, which will be cool. I don't think I won't film in there because it just seems inappropriate, but I'll let you know how it gets on. Hopefully, we've never done this before, but hopefully it'll make all the difference, and that'll be cracking. We've just had some fantastic wraps back there, I don't know, Wrapped it was called, and they were delicious. That's probably the best wrapped up pizza I've ever eaten, but I had that many to be honest. Everyone seems a lot happier now. We gave Ollie like 15 minutes on the phone to play a game. Emily just chilled out with her drink, Claire and I ate, and everyone seems much more happy. So now we're going to go find all the other side that we've not been in yet. Has lots of like booths around TV shows and stuff. So as I mentioned earlier with the Rick and Morty thing, we're going to go look at all of that. I'll film while we walk around, and hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. They had the Cyberpunk stand at EGX last week where Kev fell asleep because it was really, really boring. So I won't be queuing up for that. The game doesn't look like my cup of tea anyway. I think that's going to be a bit of a snooze fest. This is a really long demo, so I'm not going to film it all, but needless to say, we've watched it all in the queue already. I kind of wanted to say to Ollie, let's just go, we've seen the whole game now, but he wants to have a go. The guy next to him has had like 2 full demos now and doesn't seem to realise there's a whole queue of people behind him who want to play the game, which is a bit selfish if you ask me, but each to their own. Well, that was a really cool demo and Ollie really enjoyed playing it. He's never really seen Dragon Ball Z before, but now he seems to be a bit of a fan. I made him skip all the videos. He was standing there, there's like a whole 5-minute long clip about the characters talking and fighting and whatever, and I'm thinking there's so many people in the queue behind us, we should really skip this video. He has no concept of what it's about, but he seems really happy. He's walking around pretending he's firing balls out of his hands and everything now, which I guess is not really a good thing, but he had fun, so cool. All the noise at EGX and here is coming from those guys over there on the PS4 stand. It's really irritating if you ask me. I'd much rather just get on with the event without them grinding out noise and commentating on FIFA. This is all the EGX stuff from last week that was already here. I guess they just left it up. It's pretty much similar stuff, just laid out slightly differently. But this weird Grand Blue Fantasy, which I can't decide if it's a Final Fantasy game or, I don't know what it is. Just rabbit-eared people, which are part of Final Fantasy. I should Google it, but I won't. finally getting to do the bit I quite like doing, which is walking around all the shops, just seeing what's for sale. I probably won't get anything, but it's the best part of Comic Con, which is why we're here. Yeah, have a look at them, Em.
See all the pretty tiaras?
Emily had been looking for something like that before we got here because of her costume, but they're a little bit expensive, like 45 quid for one with a stone in it. More than that if it was a nice one, so we didn't get one, sadly. After wandering around the shops for a bit, Ollie's getting a bit frustrated because he really wants to buy his Gyarados toy from the Pokemon shop. So I'll be honest, after checking online that it didn't cost any more or less there, I've realised it costs pretty much the same. There's like a quid difference. So I said, let's go get it. Come on then. So now we're wandering across trying to find it. Although it keeps being stopped by all like the really expensive drawing computers they've got in the background. I don't think you can see them, but Wacom are there with their drawing computers. My dad should look at that. He's into that. He's got a drawing computer thing where you draw on a paper and it appears on the screen. But Ollie wanted to go on that and get one of them, and they're like thousands. So no, thank you. What did you get there, mister? Look at that. Wow. Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's very cool, isn't it? Look forward to getting that out of the box.
It's eating my nose.
Is it eating your nose?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it when you get home? You're going to play with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, get out. You have a Pokemon and battle them.
Can you put this back in?
I'll put it back in for you. It turns out they actually had almost run out of stock. They said it was really, really popular and they were all running out, and they went and got one for us, so that's very, very lucky. Otherwise we'd have had a very, very unhappy Oliver, and I've learned a bit of a lesson about letting him get what he wants the moment he wants it, rather than irrationally making him wait. I mean, it was like the first bit we went into at the first stall, but it's definitely something he really likes. It's something he collects, so yeah, he's really happy with that, and now we're trying to fit it back in the bag after getting it out. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing him battle that with his other ones. He's got a Pokemon gym. I have to film it sometime because it's really cool. We've got him a gym where you can put the Pokemon in, you set their type, and then you take turns battling it out, and you can try and dodge it and stuff. So we'll have to get Gyarados on there and see if it'll work with that. We're now in the hunt for sour sweets because it wouldn't be an event if Emily didn't buy loads of sour sweets, which I won't be eating because they're gross, but she loves them. She'll eat a barrel full of them. We're also trying to resist getting all the figurines for Ollie's newfound love of Dragon Ball Z, apparently, but now he knows what it is. Huh? He said he still likes other stuff, he heard me, but he likes that too. Claire's decided to take Ollie off to the welfare room because he was getting a bit upset again. He doesn't want to walk around. I think he just wants to play with his toy he's just bought, which is fair enough. But I said to Emily, well, we can go where we want now. She's just dragged me off. I don't know where we're going. She's just running off while I'm wandering behind her, trying to navigate all the people. I think she wants squishes. I was hoping it meant we could go look at comics and stuff like that, which I'll drag her to afterwards. But yeah, I think it's squishes now. What you got there? What is that?
It's a cake squishy.
Massive slice of cake.
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You're insane. Turned out that one would wipe her out, so she's going to go back in and find something else now. Squishes were all too much at that stall, so we're going to just go through one and see if anyone else sells them without them being over sort of 10, 15 plus pounds, which seems a lot for a bit of weird foam. I don't really get the obsession with them. I think I did a video about them a while back saying I just don't understand why kids love squishing stuff so much. But again, it shouldn't be my place to question them. It's their own money. I just will never understand it, really. Found the sweet place at last. For a second I didn't think they were going to be here, but they are, and Emily's now running around it, seeing what sour stuff she can find. They got some Final Fantasy and Pokemon stuff as well, which I'll film. Oh, one of these. I got Ollie a Squirtle Pez after giving him a quick call to see which one he wanted. I thought he'd go for Charmander, the only one there they had. They only had one, sorry, and I'm not sure that it was the same price as the rest, but he went with the I know the price one that there's loads of, so that was reassuring. Emily's now spoilt for choice on all the toxic sour sweeties. I'm trying to stop her from buying this. £24, I don't think it's really going to go down well, but what are you looking at, Em? Which one do you fancy? You don't know? Normally I get these sorts of, oh no, that's not it. Where are they? These sort of extreme sour things here. Is that what you're going for then? You're going for the extreme sour doubles?
Can you get these as well?
Yeah, go on, might as well. Cool, so what you got? You got, yeah, they both look revolting. But you love it, don't you?
Yep.
Well, that's Emily sorted. She's got sour sweets. Ollie's got a Pez. She got some nice bows. She didn't get a squishy in the end. Claire's got a nice picture for the toilet. I'm going to make them wander around and look at what I want now and hopefully buy some comics. And then I think we're going to hit the road, which is impressive because it's only about 3:30 and it runs from here till like 7 o'clock. So we might be out well before it even finishes. But it does depend on how long the queues are and whether I can actually find something I want. I started to worry I wasn't going to get anything, and then we saw the Travelling Man shop, which always has loads and loads of cool comics for sale. It's probably one of the best comic shops around. Like, I know Pab has one in Manchester that we visit. They're really, really cool. They're really, really helpful if you go in there and you chat to them. Anyway, I saw this, Neil Gaiman's Eternals, and I've heard about them. I know there's a program coming with them in. I don't really know much about anything Marvel really outside of the main Avengers and the films, so I thought, you know what, Neil Gaiman, one of my favourite writers. I really like his Sandman books. I really like the the character. He's got. They're not called the Eternals. They're called like the Unending or something like that. I forget the exact name off the top of my head. Which makes me sound like a really fair weather fan, but if he's writing about beings that never die, it's got to be along the same lines as that. I'm hoping it'll be as cool, and yeah, I'll let you know how I got with it when I've read it. I've had a wander around looking at all the pictures and artwork and everything like that. I'm finding it really hard to talk because I'm trying to concentrate on navigating the crowds, keeping an eye on Emily in case she gets stolen, and she's laughing at me. And yeah, just generally rounding things off, I think. I realise we haven't got Ben anything, so I'm going to go challenge Claire to think of something we can get him. He's only 2. If we come home with a piece of cake for him, he'd probably be happy. But no, I think we're pretty much done, which is probably a record. I come in here for like 2 hours with Kev once and did everything, but that was when I had a list of comics to buy and knew what pop vinyls I wanted and all of this. But just a casual visit, I think we've done all right. This is a great day out, I love it. Ollie had a couple of moments where he was saying he wished he hadn't come, but then I think that was just him having his kind of moments of being overwhelmed. Using the room, I forget what it's called, the welfare room, that's made a big difference. That's really helped. I think that if that hadn't been there, I know a couple of people who were here have left after like an hour or so because it become too much, but we've been managing to stay out because of that room. And yeah, I welcome that. That's awesome. We need more of them. I'm trying to find it now though. I'm lost. So I ran up for now. I'll chat to you in a bit, but I don't know where I'm going. And Emily thinks she knows, so we're going to go find it now.
It just bounces off, mate. That's what you've got to do in life. You just got to let it bounce off you. All right?
Well, I collected up Claire and Oliver. He's much happier having been in the chill out room again. He was having a bit of back and forth banter with the man in there, which I did a little filming of, and then realised that I suddenly thought I haven't asked permission for this, so I might just put it in muted and then hope that that's okay. But yeah, he seems much happier. He was a little bit miffed that Emily had got more sweets than him. It was embarrassing because he basically threw what he'd got on the floor and went, I wanted more than that, and we were like, ooh. But they just laughed and said, don't worry about it, they understand. I think they could tell quite easily that, there was something. They don't know, they didn't know that he's autistic, but they knew that we were in there for a reason, and he was obviously overwhelmed. We're done now anyway, so we're going to try and find the car. I can vaguely remember where we parked it, so we're going to go down to the underground and try and find it down there. And we're going to wander around Westfield for a bit. I don't think I'll film that. If there's anything worth filming there, I'll film it. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.